Have you ever opened your mailbox, seen a stack of medical bills, and just stared at them? Not because you're shocked, but because you have no idea how you'll ever pay them off. Here's the scary truth. In the USA, 2 out of 3 bankruptcies are linked to medical debt. But what if I told you that you could combine all those crushing bills into one lower, manageable payment? Maybe even reduce what you owe. Today, we're breaking down medical debt consolidation for beginners. And there's one critical mistake most people make when trying to fix their medical debt, one that could ruin your credit or cost you thousands more. Stick around, and I'll reveal exactly what that is. Let's get into it. Number 1. What is medical debt consolidation really? Think of medical debt consolidation like cleaning up a messy room. You've got bills from the hospital, the lab, the urgent care, maybe even that ambulance ride you didn't want but absolutely needed. Instead of juggling 6 or 7 different payments, consolidation means combining them into one single monthly payment, ideally with better terms. You don't erase your debt, but you make it way easier to handle. It's like trading 6 spinning plates for one slow-moving wheel. Here's a simple example. Let's say you owe $800 to the ER, $600 to a lab, and $1,200 to a specialist. That's $2,600 total. You can consolidate that into one payment plan, possibly with a lower interest rate, depending on the method you choose. Number 2. Why do people consolidate medical debt? Because drowning in bills is more than just a math problem. It's an emotional weight. Imagine going to bed every night wondering which bill collector will call tomorrow, or deciding between paying for prescriptions or rent. Consolidation helps reduce the mental chaos. You get clarity, and sometimes peace. It can also help protect your credit score, which, in this economy, is more important than ever. Letting medical debt go unpaid can lead to collections, and once that hits your credit, it can haunt you for years. Consolidating can stop that damage before it starts. Number 3. The 2 main paths to consolidate medical debt. Let's simplify the options. Path 1. You get a medical debt consolidation loan. Path 2. You use a debt management program or credit counseling service. Let's break those down. Medical debt consolidation loan means taking out a new loan, usually a personal loan, to pay off your medical bills. Now, instead of owing 5 different companies, you owe one lender. You'll need decent credit to qualify, and the better your credit score, the lower your interest rate. Example: if you owe $4,000 total across different providers and get a personal loan with a 7% interest rate, you'll pay far less over time than if your bills were in collections charging 18%. But what if your credit score is bad? That's where debt management plans come in. These are offered by nonprofit credit counseling agencies. They negotiate with medical providers on your behalf, possibly lowering your total load, reducing interest, and combining bills into one payment. You pay the agency monthly, and they pay your creditors. No new loan. Just help managing what you already owe. Number 4. How to know if debt consolidation is right for you. Not everyone should consolidate. Let's look at when it makes sense. If your medical debt is over $1,000 and causing you stress, if you have multiple bills and you're missing payments, if your credit score is good enough to get a personal loan with lower interest, or if you don't qualify for a loan but want professional help through a credit counselor, that's when consolidation is a smart move. But if your debt is under $500 and you can pay it off in a couple of months, it might not be worth the hassle. Number 5. The biggest mistake people make. Here it is, the mistake that wrecks credit and drains savings. People ignore their bills hoping they'll go away. Medical providers often wait 60 to 180 days before sending unpaid bills to collections. If you don't act during that window, you lose the chance to negotiate, consolidate, or settle. And once it hits collections, it's a whole different game. Your credit score drops. You might face aggressive calls. You lose leverage. So, act early. The moment you get the bill, open it. Call the provider. Ask about hardship programs, payment plans, or discounts. Even better, speak with a credit counselor to explore consolidation options before it's too late. Number 6. What about medical credit cards? Should you use one? This is where it gets tricky. Some hospitals push medical credit cards that let you charge your bill and pay over time, interest-free for 6 or 12 months. Sounds good, right? But here's the catch. If you miss even one payment or don't pay off the full amount by the end of the promo period, You can get hit with sky-high interest retroactively, sometimes over 25%. So unless you're absolutely sure you can pay it off before the deadline, skip it. Using a medical credit card for consolidation is a trap if you're already struggling. Number 7. What about balance transfer cards? This is another option, and it can work for some people. A balance transfer card lets you move debt onto a new credit card with zero interest for a set time, often 12 to 18 months. So if you transfer $3,000 of medical debt and pay $250 a month, you could be debt-free before interest kicks in. But, and this is a big but, only use this method if you have a solid plan and can pay it off during that promo window. Otherwise, the interest explodes, and don't use that card to make new purchases. It's only for paying off what you owe, not for adding more. Number 8. How to choose the right consolidation option. Here's a simple checklist. Do you have good credit? Consider a personal loan. Is your credit shaky or you feel overwhelmed? Call a nonprofit credit counselor. Do you qualify for a hospital's financial assistance program? That might be the easiest route. Always read the fine print and avoid any company that asks for upfront fees or promises to wipe away your debt. That's a red flag. Stick with verified, nonprofit organizations or banks you trust. Number 9. Can you negotiate medical debt before consolidating? Absolutely, and you should. Many people don't realize that hospitals often mark up prices, sometimes 2 or 3 times the actual cost. If you call and say, "I can't afford this. Can we work out a lower amount or payment plan?" You'd be surprised how often the answer is yes, especially if you're uninsured or facing hardship. Some hospitals even have charity programs that can erase part or all of your bill if you qualify. So before you consolidate, try to lower what you owe. That way, when you do consolidate, the number is smaller and more manageable. Number 10. What if my debt is already in collections? If your medical debt is in collections, it's not the end. First, know that under newer credit rules, medical debt under $500 no longer appears on your credit report. And for bigger debts, you now have 1 full year before they show up. Still, it's best to act fast. You can still consolidate. Even if your bills are in collections, a debt management plan can help you work with collectors to create a payment plan and stop calls. Just remember, don't ignore them. Ignoring collection agencies can lead to lawsuits or wage garnishment. Stay in control by reaching out and working out a solution. Number 11. What does the process look like, step by step? Let's make it simple. Step 1. Gather all your medical bills. Include hospital, doctor, lab, and specialist charges. Step 2. Review them for errors. Medical billing mistakes are common. Double charges, services never received, or inflated costs. Step 3. Call each provider and ask about payment plans or discounts. Step 4. Decide if you need help. If yes, reach out to a nonprofit credit counselor. Step 5. Explore loan options if your credit is good, or enter a debt management plan if it's not. Step 6. Stick to the plan. Make your payments on time. Track your progress. Step 7. Celebrate when you're done, because managing medical debt takes courage. Number 12. A real-life example to inspire you. Let me tell you about Mike. Mike had a biking accident. He ended up with a broken wrist and a $9,000 hospital bill. No insurance, no plan. He tried ignoring it. Bad idea. Bills went to collections. His credit dropped below 600. Then, Mike spoke with a nonprofit credit counselor. They helped him enter a debt management program, negotiated the bill down to $6,500, and set up a $200 per month plan. Today, Mike's halfway through paying it off, and his credit is back above 700. It's not magic. It's just knowledge and action. Number 13. How medical debt affects your mental health. Medical debt doesn't just hurt your wallet. It impacts your mind. Studies show that people with high medical debt report more anxiety, depression, and even trouble sleeping. The constant stress of "how will I pay this?" becomes a daily emotional burden. Some even delay future medical care out of fear of more bills. That's dangerous. Consolidating your debt gives you back a sense of control, even if the numbers haven't changed. Yet, the feeling of having a plan can lift a heavy emotional weight. Number 14. Should you use a home equity loan to pay off medical bills? Some people consider using their home's equity to pay off medical debt. That means borrowing against your house. Yes, the interest rate is usually low, But the risk? Huge. If you can't pay it back, you could lose your home. Only consider this option if you have stable income and a rock-solid budget. And only if you've exhausted all safer methods first. For most beginners, this route is too risky. Number 15. What to watch out for with debt consolidation scams. The debt industry, unfortunately, attracts shady businesses. Some promise to eliminate your medical debt for a fee. Others charge you upfront before doing anything. Red flag. Any legitimate company, especially nonprofit credit counseling agencies, won't ask for upfront payment. They also won't guarantee to erase debt magically. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Do your research, look up reviews. Check with the National Foundation for Credit Counseling to find legit help. Number 16. Can you settle medical debt instead of consolidating? Yes, in some cases you can. Settling means negotiating with the provider or collections agency to accept less than what you owe as a lump sum. For example, if you owe $3,000, you might offer $1,500 as full payment. They may agree, especially if the bill is old or in collections, but you need that money ready to go. And be sure to get any settlement offer in writing before sending payment. Keep in mind, a settled account might still affect your credit, but not as badly as one unpaid. Number 17. Can you consolidate medical debt without a job? This is a common concern. Yes, you can, but your options are limited. Without steady income, you likely won't qualify for a personal loan, but you can still work with nonprofit agencies. They can help you create a payment plan based on your situation. Many hospitals also offer income-based hardship programs. Losing your job doesn't mean losing your options. You just need to act fast and communicate with your creditors. Number 18. Can you include other types of debt when consolidating medical debt? Yes, sometimes. If you're taking out a personal loan, you can include other debts like credit cards or utility bills. It can be a full debt sweep, but that's only smart if the new loan has a lower interest rate and better terms. If you're using a debt management program, they may only work with certain types of creditors. Always ask in advance. Make sure your consolidation helps you, not just shifts debt from one place to another. Number 19. How to rebuild credit after medical debt. Consolidation can stabilize your finances, but what about fixing the damage already done? Start by making every payment on time. This is the single biggest factor in your credit score. Keep credit card balances low. Don't apply for lots of new loans at once. And check your credit report for errors, especially medical debts that should no longer be reported. Use free tools like Credit Karma to track your progress. Even if your score dropped because of medical bills, you can build it back step by step. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by medical bills, now you know you're not alone, and you're not helpless. Consolidation isn't a miracle, but for many people, it's a lifeline. Would you consider medical debt consolidation, or have you tried it before? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience.